What is up, guys? Cloaking Arbiter with Cloaking Arbiter figurine toy reviews, and today we have a wonderful review to do of the one guy I use constantly for comparison videos. A drum roll. Space Godzilla by Bandai. This particular figurine came out, I do believe, in 1998, as it says here on the bottom of the feet. Yes, 1998. But though this particular model was a reprint, repaint, and resold in 2019, I picked him up on Amazon, so you can find him there. If he's still being sold, I'm not going to put a link in the description below because I picked him up for a fairly cheap price, and I'm not going to do that to y'all who think you can find it pretty cheap. So if you think you can find him, you can go online, do some research, see if you can pick him up. All right, to get things out of the way, mine is different because I've done some custom work to him. I painted the back of his crystals a bit because they're supposed to be white. They were his doll skin color here, and I really did not like that. I was not happy with that, so I just took it upon myself to kind of touch that up a bit. It's not the greatest, but it serves its purpose for me. So there you go, and honestly, if I were to get that paint wet, it would just wipe right off, so yeah. But this guy here, recently, Playmates, who has done a line of figurines as well that are sold at Walmart. It's not the greatest. Well, oh god, less is said about them, the better. But they did a Space Godzilla as well, and he looks like a linebacker for a football team. I'm going to admit, he's got a very not so good mouth. I'm going to zoom in here on his head so we can actually get a nice head profile of this guy, because this is something to see here. There you go. His head does turn, so we have some articulation. But the Playmates one, its teeth here is just one solid white line that goes all the way across. As you can see with the Bandai here, great detail on that head. Immaculate. I love that head. Though I just don't like the way his neck connects, so that's a little funky in my opinion. But I've looked around. Apparently the head is very much the same on majority of all these figurines. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot of variation. It just looks a little out of proportion for my taste. So, but yeah, but Bandai, again, great job on the detail. Oh, and we'll just do some exercising of Space Godzilla. Haha, he's possessed. Get a nice look on that chest. Oh wow, I love the detail. Oops, sorry. I love the detail on this guy's chest. Bandai does a great job with that detail. The only points of articulation are his arms, and they do turn all the way around, and his tail, which also, that's what you got to work with. That's it. So it's not that bad, but as you can see, great detail on him. I mean, he is a great sculpted. Not a lot of variation from the other figurines, as you can see when it comes to different Godzillas. They keep his skin texture fairly the same, but the spines, however, we'll zoom out a bit here. The spines I love. Let's get a great back profile. I love his back. As you can see here. Beautiful sizing. He really is a great piece to have on the shelf. But a personal quip I've had about this particular figurine is just how long that tail is. Most Bandai figurines, except for, say, actually, a good majority of the Bandai figurines with a tail is very long, but I gotta say, his is by far has been the most problematic and is the longest tail I have seen so far, that's at least in a a straight line. The Bandai Ghidorah curves up and around. The Mecha Bandai Ghidorah is not as long. So there you are. But the one I would have to say that's on par with the long tail that gives me a headache is the Bandai Orga, which I have, and I will do a review of. If you guys see my last video, I did a review of the Godzillasaurus. So as you see, I used him as a size comparison as well there. I'll tilt this down just a wee bit. As you can see, we get a nice body shot. And that's what he looks like from all sides. Great figurine to have. He does come with a tag. I do have the tag on the wall, unfortunately. I would have to fight to get it down. You can go look in my other videos and behind the scenes, and you can see for yourself that I have him on the wall just right up there on my shelf. So there you are. But yeah, he's He's definitely one of my favorite figurines to have. The big thing I remember with this guy is just the pain of waiting for him to come in the mail. A lot of you might be arguing surprised. There's no articulation, as I said, in the legs. I mentioned just his arms, head, and tail is where the articulation is, but the rest of the body is not articulated. In fact, there's a glue seal line down here that you can see. But this remarkably, as you can see, there's the glue line. Like you can see it right there. But the paint job on this guy is so well done. It camouflages so well. You really don't even notice it when he's on the shelf, which I'm very, very proud of. I love his spines, or actually it would be his crystal spines, I should say. Oh, some paint coming off, it looks like. Is that, oh no, oh, this little spine here in the back had me freaked out there for a second. I thought that was a piece of paint coming off. Freaked me out. But yeah, this guy was remade in 2019. They kept the same mold from 98, I do believe. Like I said, he is 98. Yep. I just had to double check myself. Had a brain fart moment there. Yep, they kept the mold the same, and you will find that a lot with quite a few of the Bandai figurines that are reprinted. They've kept the mold fairly the same if the creature was released in the 90s and they do a reprint. Mothra's that way, I do believe. They did Mecha King Ghidorah as well. He's the same one. So yeah, I'm very happy they kept a lot of the same molds and they just did a better color scheme. You can actually find this guy in several different color variations. All right, which it's a hit and miss. I personally am happy with the color scheme he is here. I'm very happy with it. The only gripe I have is the way the neck is on the head. Just it's a little bowed around, so meh. But from what I've seen, every single Bandai is kind of like that. I do believe there is an earlier one from the 98 line, like right when it dropped, that they did a better job with the head. I think, don't quote me on that, but if you go looking for that original one, you're going to spending a little more money because he is obviously an original date piece. But for a reprint, remade, not bad. But as I said again, I just love as you can see, I like my custom tail job there. I gotta repaint it again. On the camera, it looks a lot better. In person, not so much. So I gotta say, my camera does a great job at cheating. And plus, this lighting is a bit arduous, a little harsh. Forgive the shake. Trying to work on that brightness and that lighting there. Come on. There we go. Focus. There. That's about perfect. So a little bright on my lighting, and I do apologize on that. I normally try to film during the day, but right now I'm doing this at night, so I don't have my natural lighting. But you can see, oh, white claws. I've seen some that are variants in colors on there, but neither here nor there. Let's compare him to, say, a NECA character. Let's throw him up against, did this for my last video here. Go check out Godzilla Source if you haven't seen him. We'll do the NECA 2019 King of the Monsters Godzilla. As you can see, he scales just fine for a 6-inch line on your shelf. He's obviously not going to be bigger, even though in the film SpaceGodzilla was slightly, I wouldn't say way bigger, because that's kind of Biolante's territory at that moment. He was bigger than Godzilla in the movie. I believe that film came out in 93, I want to say, is when that one dropped. Godzilla versus SpaceGodzilla. No, because, I do have all of the Godzilla films. I'm actually looking at my shelf. Give me a second. I'm going to fact check this. 94 was the year he was made. Magic of pausing the video. But, I forgive the little bump there. But, yeah, 94 is when Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla was dropped. Like I said, that's one of my, like all the Heisei era, the 90 Godzilla films that I've talked about before, which goes on from the 1984 film, The Return of Godzilla, Godzilla Returns. He goes by a couple names, or just Godzilla 1984, to the 1995 Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Man, I love saying that name like that, just because it's supposed to be pronounced like that. But yeah, I have to say, this is definitely one of my favorite pieces to have on the shelf. I mean, I know I say that for a lot of my figurines, but I love him just because of his size. He does look great. So, Yeah, love it, buy it, pass it. It's definitely your guys' call. He's a great piece to have on the shelf. Just keep in mind that tail can be a bit arduous when wanting to find space to display him. I know I've had a lot of trouble in rearranging the figurines to be of how I want them. So, I guess without further ado, here you are. Get a nice little more side profile there. And you can see, like, he's does a great job, and he's only going to be in one position when you have him. So, I don't think there's much more to say on this guy. I've shown you just about everything he had, unless you want to look at those kneecaps just a bit. Nice kneecaps. Like I said, they don't bend. I just think those are really weird. I always see these kneecaps here, and they just look so weird. But yeah, there is the Space Godzilla. I figured it's about time I did a review on him because I'm always using him for a size comparison. So like, subscribe, share me on all of your favorite media platforms, social media, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Share my videos if you love my work. Get the word out of what I'm doing. And I hope you guys are staying safe, practicing social distancing, and just generally taking it safe in this time of crisis. I know a lot of people are under a lot of stress and a lot of hardship, myself included, and I want to let you know that in this time, I know this is going to really date this film if people go back to look, but at this moment, I think it needs to be said by everyone, be safe out there in this crazy time of crisis. So I'm just going to keep pumping out videos for y'all so that way at least you guys get something different to watch. And like I said, once I get through Godzilla figurines, we will be moving on to Halo and AVP. So, as of right now, I'm just focusing on Godzilla. But, there you go, guys. Like I've said before, like, subscribe, spread the word, and just be safe. And take care in general. Anyway, guys, that's it for me on this review here of the Bandai SpaceGodzilla, the reprint of '04. I look forward to doing another review and showing you something else new. I think we might get away from Bandai for the next video. I'm thinking about it. Not sure. But anyway, I'm just ranting at this point. Peace.